Okay guys, face again, attention, and bow. Okay, if you guys did Tuesday's class, hopefully you're all recovered from that. I know I had your legs working out a lot today, on that class. But hopefully you guys can get a chair for this class. Okay, well we need this for a couple minutes here. This will just help you with some of your kicks, get them a little higher. If you don't have a chair, don't worry, just go ahead and just kick in the air. So I want to get your hips loosened up a little bit, okay? You know, if we're sitting around all day, sitting there, I know a lot of you guys are doing, you know, classwork on the computer, and you sit there and your hips get a little tight, especially as you get older, your hips get tight. So this is gonna be a good warm-up drill. I wanna do some outside crescent kicks over the chair, okay? And make sure you're careful with the chair. You know, if you accidentally kick it, it will hurt, okay? Which is also a good reason to have a chair. It'll make sure that you don't kick it, okay? It doesn't let you get lazy with your kick. So we're outside crescent kick. The first thing we wanna do is we wanna turn. Notice how I turn my shoulders and my hips so they're facing the side, okay? If I just have my hips forwards, as soon as I kick, I'm gonna kick that chair. So I need to open up my hips relative to the chair. So if you see how I'm facing here, my hips are forwards. As I turn, now there's an opening, there's an entrance here. And that's the direction my leg is gonna go, okay? So I turn the hips here. Now as I kick, I'm gonna kick, and notice how I turn the hips back. Now they're facing this way, so watch again. I turn the hips, I'm gonna kick, make a big rainbow over the chair. And I finish over here. Again, turn, kick, turn. So it's simply here, here. That's the motion of the kick when we do an outside crescent kick. So again, turn, kick, outside. Making a big, big wide rainbow, a big wide arc, okay? Let me show you on the other side here. Turn, and again, look where my hips are facing, and as I kick, they're facing here. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a back view real quick, so you can hopefully pick up a couple extra details, okay? So when I turn, in addition to turning my hips, look what my back foot does. Watch what that foot does. I pivot, okay? Now when I'm doing all this, you can hopefully see that my eyes are remaining forwards. Okay, a lot of people when they first do this, they'll turn their body and turn their head. Now I can't even see over here. I'm gonna hope I don't kick the chair, but you know, I might accidentally kick that, okay? So this is just a warm up for your hips, doing these outside crescent kicks. I want you guys to practice about 3 to 5 minutes. Do like 5 kicks right, 5 left, and just keep switching back and forth until you reach those 3 to 5 minutes, and then come back and we'll move on. Okay, so now that you got warmed up with those outside crescent kicks and inside crescent kicks, I want to work on the jump spinning outside. Now, if you do this with a chair, be very careful. Okay, if you miss, you're likely to hit that chair. So if you're brave, do it with a chair. Sometimes pain can be a really good teacher. You hit that chair, you're probably only going to do it once. Okay, so like I said, be careful. That's my little disclaimer here. I am going to practice, and if I hit the chair, it means I got to work on my technique. So on that jump spinning outside, you know what, I'm actually gonna turn this sideways so you can see me from a side view here. You don't need to jump very much. I think that's one of the common misconceptions about this kick. People try to bend and jump really high. I mean, you can throw it like that, and it shows an incredible amount of athleticism, but you more wanna focus on the turn on this kick, not the jump. Okay, so if you watch my jump, it's not very high. I'm jumping maybe an inch or 2 off the ground. And what we want to work on is doing this in one smooth, fluid motion. Okay, if you're first learning this kick, it's turn, look, bend, jump, kick. And that's fine when you're first learning. Okay, it's like you're learning to walk basically. We don't expect you to sprint when you're first learning to walk. But as you get higher in the belt, you gotta be able to sprint. You gotta be able to be fast and explosive with your kicks. That's what your goal is here. So this is one big jump, turn, kick. I wanna jump, turn, kick, and notice how I'm coming all the way around on that kick. Let me face forwards here again. So if you watch how I'm doing all the parts of the kick in one motion basically. Instead of turn, pause, look, pause, jump, kick, pause, it's turn, look, jump, kick. It's all in one motion like that. Okay, you don't got time to turn and pause and spot your target. By that point, you know, your opponent would have hit you. Okay, so let me show you a couple more here. Again, turn low, jump kick. Okay, so I want you guys to practice your jump, spinning outside crescent kicks either with a chair or without a chair. Practice about 3 minutes. So that means you're gonna do about 1.5 minutes per leg, and then come back, I got another drill for you guys. Okay, so the next drill is the jump inside round. And the whole reason I had you do the jump, spin outside crescent kick first is to get your hips used to rotating. And that's the key on that jump inside round, is to rotate the hips. Okay, so again, hopefully you guys have a chair. This will really solidify this drill and hopefully make a lot of sense for you guys. So when I said you gotta turn on that jump inside round, okay, the most common problem is people will turn to right about here, bring their leg up, notice how it's facing the side, and try to finish the kick from there. And you can see that's a pretty lame looking kick. So we gotta get those hips turned more than we think. So again, I wanna turn, point that knee forwards. And when I point it forwards, I'm actually gonna turn like I'm doing a twist kick. Then I wanna jump roundhouse kick. And the reason the chair is there so that kick comes horizontal across. So let's go and do a couple more here on that jump inside round. Again, I'm gonna turn, knee up, jump roundhouse kick over the chair, okay? Again, another couple kicks here. Again, turn. Now when I turn, I don't want to swing the leg out wide. Watch how this leg comes up here, okay? If I go out too wide with that leg, it slows the kick up, okay? So think about almost like I'm doing more like a spin back kick here. You know, if I do a spin back kick, my leg goes straight behind. Same thing, I want to bring that leg up straight behind, and as soon as that leg comes up, that's when I jump and throw that roundhouse kick, okay? Let me show you a couple from the side view here. Okay, again, I'm gonna turn. As I turn, remember that leg doesn't come out wide, that leg comes in tight. Then I jump, throw that roundhouse kick there, okay? Let's do a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna throw this one a little quicker. Okay, again, I'm gonna turn, look, knee, jump, kick. Okay, so that's gonna be your jump inside roundhouse kick practice. Practice that about 3 to 5 minutes. And again, like always, practice both sides until you guys got this down. Okay, get going. Okay everyone, we're going to be working on your side form now, so if you have your own side, go get them. If you don't have any side at home, you can still follow along with the form and at least learn the moves and what you're supposed to be doing. You can even grab something that, you know, kind of simulates what a side would be like. If you grab like a couple spatulas, I know it sounds silly, or a couple wooden spoons, you know, ask your parents first, or even a couple of forks. You got a couple of forks, you can still go through and simulate the movements, okay? If you do have your side, let's do a quick refresher on how to flip the sides out. Okay, so we have two different grips. We have an offensive grip and we have a defensive grip. Now on a defensive grip, the side is tucked in. Okay, I only put one of these down here. And what I'm doing is I'm fitting that side in between my thumb and forefinger here, these two, like this. These other three fingers, the bottom three, wrap around the top. And now in my defensive grip, I want to keep this tight to my forearm. This protects me, you know, this I can block. If someone attacks me, I can block there. Now if I want to attack with this, you know, I can easily attack with this end, but a more effective way would be to flip this out and attack with this end, or even the prongs of the side right here, okay? So to flip out, or to flip back in, we want to put that thumb in, okay, and then bring the side back to our defensive grip. Now to go to an offensive grip, we fold those three fingers around and flip the side out. And then again, that thumb kind of sneaks in or snakes in there. And then you want to flip it back towards you and catch it. Notice these three fingers are on top, okay? So I want you to practice your flip outs until you feel pretty confident. You know, if you're pretty confident, you should be able to do right, left, okay, from side to side. You should be able to do both at the same time. Okay, that's how confident you guys should be. If you don't feel that confident, put a little bit of extra time into practicing that. Pause the video and then come back once you guys are ready. Okay, if you are ready, let's start with the form. Okay, so we start from ready position. And I'm gonna do the form mirror image. That just looks more natural to you guys training at home, okay? So I'm gonna go number one. I'm gonna step out, horse stance, a common problem. Students will stab themselves here. Pull the side sideways. Number two, punch with the right and shove. Number three, I'm gonna flip the side out and poke, okay? Next, punch, flip, poke. Okay, let's try that again. So from ready position, number one, horse stance, shove. Two, punch, three, flip, poke. Four, punch, five, flip, poke. Okay, six, flip that side back in from across and upper block. Number seven, side strokes. All I'm doing is a flip out, okay? Number eight, upper block. Number nine, side strike. And ready position. Now I know I might be going through the form kind of fast for you guys. If I am, do the best you can to follow along and then simply restart the video and watch it again. Okay, that'll be like, me teaching it to you from the beginning again. Okay, so from ready position, number one, horse stance. Number two, punch. Number three, flip, poke. Number four, punch. Number five, flip, poke. Six, upper block. Seven, side strike. Eight, upper block. Nine, side strike. And number 10, bring the weapon up to your shoulder. Look what my other hand is doing. It's protecting down here and down block. I'm gonna circle that in as I do an overhead strike. And then other side, down block, circle in, overhead strike. Next, I bring the side up next to my ear, inside block. Now notice how I go across the center of my body. I don't want to stop here, because if an attack is coming at me, I need to deflect it to the side, okay? Then with that same hand, elbow, okay? And other hand, inside strike, elbow. Okay, from the beginning, let's do that again. Number one, horse stance, two, punch. Three, flip, poke. Four, punch, five, poke. Six, up. Seven, side strike. Eight, up. Nine, side strike. It's a little tough doing it backwards. 10, down block. 11, overhead. 12, down block. 13, overhead. Next, inside elbow, inside elbow. Now with the right hand, come across and out. Look how wide I go, or not very wide. Okay, it's not out here, it's here, lined up with my shoulder and my ear. Then from here, I do a down elbow strike, other hand outside, down strike, and number 22, salutation. Okay, for my blue belt, that's as far as you gotta go. If you wanna practice, keep practicing the form for at least 5 more minutes on your own. And again, if you need to, rewind this section, watch it again. If you want to go along and go further and learn more, feel free, follow along, guys. Okay, so for my brown belts, let's start the second half. I'm gonna face backwards for this. Okay, so number 23, we step back into that fighting stance. So, okay, so let me give you a side view on this one. Okay, I'm gonna step back, fighting stance. Look at my side. How it's not, staggered like this. Both hands are equal. Okay, let me do it one more time facing you guys so you can see. I step back here, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach out. And what I'm doing is I'm grabbing with the hooks. Imagine you're grabbing someone like in the shoulders right here, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull that person in. Again, reach out, pull in. Now we're gonna pull them into a strike. Okay, so we wanna take our front leg. That'll be your left leg. You're gonna reach out, pull them into your knee. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so from right here, reach out, pull them into the knee. Now, keep your knee up. Now, from right here, land in a front stance, nice and wide, double punch. Okay, so let me give you a side view of this, or excuse me, a back view. I step back, fighting stance. I reach out, I pull them into my leg. I land wide, double punch. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more view. Okay, so again, from salutation, fighting stance, reach, pull into the front leg, land wide, double punch. And the next move, I'm gonna cross, okay, make an X, and I step forwards, double outside block. Okay, so that basically looks like number 23. You know how we do 23 here? Just with the right leg forwards this time, okay? Then I'm gonna take that right leg, my front leg, I'm gonna front kick, step wide into a front stance, unwind, double temple strike. So I'm striking with the prongs right here like this, okay? So I'll do it facing you guys here, okay? So again, try to follow along if you can, okay? Number 23, fighting stance. Reach out, knee, double punch, cross, double outside. Remember, we're gonna kick with that front leg, okay? Kick with the front, shift, double strike, okay? One more time, back view. Okay, 23, fighting stance. Reach out, knee, double punch, cross, double outside. Now from here, I'm gonna kick with the front, double strike. Now from this point, I'm gonna flip the right side in. Notice that right side came in. I'm gonna pull the left side back. I'm gonna drop my left knee straight down as I poke. Okay, watch again, okay? Right side comes in, left hand comes back. I drop down. A common problem, students will step forwards. Don't step, just drop and spear with that left hand, okay? So let's try this again. I'm gonna do it from the side view this time. Okay, so again, hopefully you guys are following along as we're doing this. Even with outside, just, you know, get the stances down and everything, okay? 23, fighting stance. 24, knee, double punch. 25, double outside. 26, kick, double strike. I'm gonna bring that right side in, pull the left side back, drop down, spear. Now from here, I'm gonna bring that left hand in, that left side. I'm gonna switch, and that right hand circles overhead and elbows downward, okay? Now I'm gonna do that 2 more times. So I'm gonna switch, and I just did the strike with the right hand, so this next one has to be with the left. I'm gonna switch, left hand comes down. 1 more time, switch, right hand comes down, okay? Then I come to salutation, both palms facing each other. Step out X, add attention, and bow. Okay, I'm gonna do it 1 more time facing you guys, and then you're gonna practice on your own for a bit, okay? Ready? Okay, and we're starting with salutation. 23, fighting stance. 24, knee, double punch. 25, double outside. 26, kick, double strike. 27, drop, poke. Now we're gonna switch 3 times. 28, switch, strike. Excuse me, 2 times. Switch, strike. And actually it is 3 times. Oh my goodness, I'm getting mixed up here. 1 more time, switch, strike. Okay, and then step back. Flat hand salutation, X, and bow. Okay, guys, got a little confusing in the form there. Hopefully that didn't mess you up too bad. So you're gonna practice the whole form now. Okay, practice at least 5 minutes. And that'll be the end of your class, guys. Okay, great training.